After landing in Windhoek, we picked up the car and immediately pointed it at the desert. Namibia is the second most sparsely populated country on Earth, which basically means once you leave the city, there's almost nothing, just huge skies and miles of empty landscape. As we drove, the scenery slowly began to change, the grass disappeared and the terrain got much rougher. Our first destination was Spitzkoppe, a set of massive granite peaks that rise out of the desert like something from another planet. Just setting up at Spitzkoppe in the sunset. Look at that. Quite incredible. Night one we spent over here, and we've just moved here for night two. Unless we find somewhere else, which we may well. But look at this. I mean, ridiculous. So I arrived into Windhoek in Namibia last night, and we've driven out here to Spitzkoppe rest camp, which has some of the maddest scenery I've ever seen. And we've got this Land Cruiser here. It's a 4-litre petrol engine, which is pretty solid, but it's got a 200-litre fuel tank to do long range because such a sparsely populated country. And we've got a roof tent on the top, fridge, everything. I'm going to do a walk around of the car now. Okay, so now a proper run through. Got a snorkel, chunky tyres, tent on the top, and then a really large cargo area back here which you can open on all sides. But we've just got bags in here at the moment, and then this is the fridge. And coming around the back, unlatch these, they spring open, unlatch that, this comes open, and then you pull this down as well. So we've got the fridge here, this unhooks, and then just on this hook here, and then you just pull that open. To be fair, quite a large fridge as well, which is pretty good. And it also runs off a separate battery, which is under here. So it only runs out of battery if you don't have the car on for like more than 2 days. And then in here, just twist that open. We've got tons of water, but we've just got, I don't know, loads of fire lighters, cutlery, crockery. There's one on this side as well. More stuff in here. But what's really good about this company Warthog that we rented off is that everything is just in such good nick and brand new, and they've also just not missed anything. We've got a braai cooker here, which I'm going to put some chicken onto that barbecue there later. As I said, we've got a 200-litre petrol tank, which is mad. I haven't refilled it yet, so God knows how much that's going to cost. But then we've also got a water tank here, which I don't know how many litres they said that holds, but then you have a little tap down here, which is pretty good for washing stuff. Interior is pretty good, kind of got everything you need. Little radio system, shocking sound system must be said, to the extent that we had to put our headphones in because it's so noisy inside here when we're driving. Properly good AC actually, it must be said. High and low settings, diff lock business. No Apple CarPlay, so I've just got this little phone holder up here. It is unbelievable how loud it is in here when you're driving. There's also a screw on the bottom of the roof tent that's scraping against the ceiling, so the roof of the car. So it goes like the whole time you're driving, and I can't seem to fix that. But these are the kind of things you have when you're off-roading, man, in the Namibian plains. But other than that, tomorrow, heading down towards Swakopmund and Walvis Bay, because we've got 2 days in the sand dunes, which is probably going to be the best videos in this whole special. So that's coming up a bit later.
The next morning we left Spitzkoppe and headed west through miles of empty desert. Eventually the sand ran out and the Atlantic Ocean appeared on the horizon. We'd made it to Walvis Bay.
Okay, so we've just met up with our guide who's taking us out into the sand dunes. We just got like an extra jerry can full of fuel because we're doing quite a lot of mileage, and obviously it works the engine quite hard when you're on the sand. So that's all strapped in. We've also got radio down here for communicating with the guide who we're just following up here. At the moment we're just on main roads because we're just heading about 30 kilometers out of the desert, and then we're going to be going out into the dunes coming up. Just deflated the tyres, 1.1 at the back, 1 at the front. Here's our guide here. We're heading into these dunes here. Looking pretty good. Got the front diff lock on now as well. Switched it to lock from auto. Oh yeah. Okay, we've just entered the dunes. So just driving up these big boys now. I've never actually driven particularly on sand or anything, but absolutely breathtaking scenery. And also full bucket list moment for me, this. I've been wanting to do this for years. First steep bit. You do have to gun it a bit in first gear when you're going up a steep bit. First gear and H4 high range, and then when you go down a really steep bit, you go in first gear as well. Look at the state of this. Absolutely beautiful, isn't it? Oh yeah. Here's our lunch setup. Just getting in the shade. Very sweet. We've got a little bit stuck. Oh, guy's got stuck, so we're just recovering him now. I'm just going to reverse back up to him now.
Well done.
Got a little nervous passenger.
Made it out being stuck for the first time ourselves. So earlier we were about 15 kilometers away from our first camp. We go down to the Atlantic Ocean, have a little swim, and then drive to the campsite and set up. But as we were on our way there, Sophie realised that her bag was near the back, and I then realised that just before we left lunch I took it out, put it on the roof because I needed to get something from inside the car, and left it there. And it's obviously fallen off, and it's now in the middle of the desert. And basically we started to go back to it. It's a 2-hour drive away, so it's going to be a 4-hour detour. And then we got about 15 minutes in, and our guide Andre said that it would be quicker if we just waited here, and he just absolutely gunned it back there and back to us. So we're currently just in the middle of the desert, but to be honest, setup's pretty good. Got a little gazebo going, cars here, and we're just reading books and stuff. huge success. We found the bag. When I say we, of course, I mean Andre found the bag. It was just sitting right on the ground where we had lunch, and I think it fallen off literally after about 2 meters. So very close to camp now. Got the most insane sunset in front of us, which unfortunately is now obscured by the ocean, but unbelievable first day, totally exhilarating. I just can't actually believe I've been whooping all day. Unreal. These two. Oh no, yeah, I'm not sure we can get this one out there. So this is our camping setup. Yesterday we were here, we were just packing down, but then we had the guide's vehicle here, hand basin, windshield, cooking station, and all sorts of bits in here. It's a very elite truck, it must be said. It's a Hilux. It's an absolute beast. Got a fridge and freezer in there. They're just doing some work on our car because it's got the roof tent bolt is in contact with the roof, so it's making this annoying squeaking noise. So yeah, nearly heading out for the second day. Just here at this, it's called the SS something Bolin, and this ran aground in 1909, I think it was, he said. And yeah, it's just been sat here rusting ever since. Sometimes you just get real stuck, real stuck. We're just going back to camp after an excellent day, seeing all sorts of different ruins, and just absolutely ragging it around these dunes at the moment. I do feel like I've improved quite a lot.
I think so. We kept getting stuck yesterday, maybe 10, 15 times. Just the wheels spinning and getting deeper and deeper into the sand.
Maybe like 8 times, right?
I reckon like 15. Anyway, then today we've just been cruising around. And it's been really good.
We're going down a big slip face here. Some of that's so steep. Camp number 2. We're here. The lads are over here making a fire. As you have our dinner. Cruiser performed well today. Did smell a bit clutchy at various stages, gotta be honest, but less clutchy than yesterday, which is good. Also, I haven't shown the tent yet. It's so easy to put up and down, but yeah, this is basically it on the inside. It's got a nice squidgy mattress, loads of pockets there and a light at the top, which is pretty sweet, but to open and close it, you literally just fold this section here over, and then that bit comes down over it, and then you just clip it. It takes about 2 minutes.
Oh my god! Jack is going to be loving
We've got a new driver.
And it's going really well. It actually is. The third gear was a bit tricky, but got it down now.
You found it now?
I found third gear.
Yeah. Okay, so just come out of the dunes. Pretty much one of the best experiences of my life, I'd say. Proper bucket list stuff. And we are now driving down to Spitzkoppe, where we've got a couple of nights before finally heading home, the end of the mega trip. But yeah, the car has remained unscathed. Some clutchy smells at various stages, but driving along the Atlantic coast earlier at like 60 miles an hour, just the two cars, it was so sick. It's totally surreal, actually. So Namibia is a major thumbs up. So that brings us to the end of our Africa road trip specials. Both Uganda and Namibia were extraordinary places to visit, and we feel incredibly lucky to have experienced them. The Land Cruisers were incredible too. There's a reason they use them everywhere across Africa. They're tough, reliable, and they'll get you pretty much anywhere. Driving them across those landscapes was something we'll never forget. We hope you enjoyed coming along for the ride. If you did, hit like and subscribe so you don't miss our next adventures. They're going to be coming thick and fast.